Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode and another season of the Los Angeles Lakers MyNBA series. And last episode was the playoffs, in which we lost to the Nuggets in 6 games. It should have been 4 probably, but we lost in 6. And just had the off season. I didn't show you guys the off season because I'm showing it to you now. But I'm not gonna BS. I'm just gonna get into it. Get into the roster and look at the new additions of the squad. There was, a few changes here and there. So let's get into the additions for our off season, and I'll let you know how we got all of them in just a second too. So if we look here at the 2025 off season additions, we'll start from left to right. Justice Winslow added as a depth piece. Nothing major. Vincent Uwachu, I don't know how to say his name. Vincent, yeah, just Vincent. He is he transferred to St. John's in real life, or he just did, and then he was at USC. He was a former 5-star guy, but drafted him with our second round pick. And then we signed Josh Richardson for some more depth, and this is where we start to get into the guys that I was really excited and intrigued to sign / acquire. Jonathan Isaac, a guy who is lengthy, can play defense at a very, very high level, just made All-NBA second team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he made second team all defense in 2025. He's an absolutely phenomenal player, and he's a destroyer on defense, but he can't play a ton of minutes. Consecutively, so 6-minute spurts here and there he'll play, and he'll just destroy the opposing team's offense and wreck their game plan all day. And then a backup big for the guy I'm about to mention later, Marvin Bagley III. Solid guy. He's athletic. He can catch lobs. He can knock down the 3. He's 6'10", so he's not huge, but we can also move Jonathan Isaac to center if we need. He's athletic, like I said, can block shots a little bit, and can knock down the 3 ball. It's really all I need is somebody who can catch lobs and knock down the 3 ball. And then a guy who I was really looking to add last season, but it never presented itself, was Miles McBride, or Deuce McBride. In real life, he's been killing. So I wanted to pick him up in 2K. He can defend, he can knock down the 3 ball, and he's somebody who pairs nicely with his former teammate Quentin Grimes. So that's nice to see. And then our little bit of a home run or splash play of the offseason was picking up DeAndre Ayton via trade, in which we signed Chris Middleton and then traded him immediately for DeAndre Ayton because it was available. I'd like to do that. That's pretty cool for me. So we pick up DeAndre Ayton. I like what he brings to the squad. He's solid. In 2K, he has a 90 mid-range. 73 ball. He can roll, he can catch lobs, he can rebound really well, and he can kind of defend and paint a little bit. He's not the greatest shot blocker in the world, but he can still give you something. So I feel like we really needed a center, especially since James Wiseman was our center. Disgusting. I'm just disgusted thinking about how bad James Wiseman was. But yeah, here's the roster in 2K. We're looking pretty solid. Some of these guys progressed a little bit. I think Vander Williamson went from an 88 to a 91, or an 85 to an 8 or 91, something like that. So he's looking good for year 2. Reeves is an 82. I think that's what he was last year. He had a really good year last year though. Bilal Coulibaly's up to an 81. I'd like to see his 3 ball go up this season in terms of percentage. Same thing with Taylor Hendricks. He went up to a 79. Quentin Grimes, I think, just stays at a 79. He's amazing for us. Jonathan Isaac, Marvin Bagley. We re-signed Taurean Prince. I think we re-signed him, or he might have just been on the team already. So nice to have him here. And then that's the rest of the squad. Made it this far without yawning. I don't know how. I don't know why I yawn when I record these. But Babacar Miller is here. He had a disappointing end to the season last year. He just got hurt, but if you look at his numbers, he's really solid. He's kind of a guy who reminds me a lot of Jonathan Isaac. Went to the same school, same builds. Babacar Miller is a little bit taller, but he's smaller now than Jonathan Isaac, because Jonathan Isaac is 28 years old already, which is insane, very insane. Wow, he didn't play 21. Damn, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Now, if we look around the league, The Sixers lost LeBron James due to retirement, but picked up Drew Holiday and Jalen Johnson in free agency. Interesting. The Bucks kept the same squad, I guess. Signed Jose Alvarado, I think. And Naz Reid. Nice squad. The Bulls signed Moses Moody. Nothing much there. Cavs signed Cam Thomas. Defensive backcourt is terrible. Celtics, I think they might have lost. Oh yeah, they lost Drew Holiday, which in real life they would have him in this universe. I didn't feel like giving Drew Holiday all that money that he got in real life because it's just not worth it. Clippers pick up KCP, which I think is a very underrated signing. Then the Grizzlies didn't do much of anything. Okay, Hawks, once again, nothing much. I'm trying to think of something, but nothing. The Miami Heat, who are just fresh off a championship. I've never seen that in 2K. The 7th seed just winning the ring like that. Crazy, man. Crazy. They just won a ring. They've got a solid squad. Jaime Hawkins is an 82 overall now, and Robert Dillingham's an 81. So the young guys are developing. It's nice for them. They picked up Marcus Sasser, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller. They signed Jalen Suggs. They still have Lonzo on the roster. It's a solid squad. They can definitely compete for the playoffs and maybe the second round. Maybe surprise somebody and go to the conference finals. Jazz just mid, very mid. The Sacramento Kings, same thing going for them, man, just mid. The Knicks, they lost McBride, but they signed Trey Murphy and Jalen Smith, who I think was already here last year. He was. I'll be honest again. He averaged 15.5 points per game for them last year. Interesting. Very interesting. Solid squad. Jalen Brunson missed like the whole year last year with a vertebrae injury that he suffered in the first game of the season. DiVincenzo also got hurt in the first game of the season. Damn. There's our team. Magic. It looked like a promising rebuild. This team's very okay. They're okay. They're pretty solid. Mavericks running it back, I guess. Signed Bones Highland and Zaire Williams. The Nets signed Josh Giddey. That's about it. The Nuggets signed Trey Jones. They lost KCP, so Christian Brown might have to slide in, or Peyton Watson. The Pacers, they didn't do anything either. Oh, they got Chris Paul now. Nice. The Pelicans didn't do much either, but they have a great roster anyways. The Pistons, they didn't do anything, but they really didn't need to. They have the best roster in the league, I believe, even though the Heat just won it, the championship, but whatever. And then the Raptors rebuild going pretty solidly. Bradley Beal is here and Nurkic. Interesting. So Bradley Beal is here. Who did they trade? To the Suns. We'll see in just a second. The Rockets, fresh off a very surprisingly bad season. They just got Dylan Harper too. Golly, man, this roster is insane. The Spurs, another year of Wemby getting better. Donovan Mitchell, did he just have 6 blocks? Sheesh. Donovan Mitchell re-signs. Solid squad, man. Solid squad. We can see them in the playoffs. Suns, they were traded. Who did they get in the trade? Oh, Isaiah Collier. That's okay. You know what? I want to move Ben Simmons to... No, that's fine. We'll have our Collier coming off the bench. Solid squad. Thunder, the best team in the league by far. They just drafted Cooper Flagg, number 1. They won the lottery. And they got Ace Bailey in the same draft. Like, this is ridiculous, dog. This is ridiculous. Nothing much from the Timberwolves, I guess. Portland Trailblazers get Middleton, and they give... I don't even know. I don't know what this team is doing, honestly. The Warriors running it back. They had a solid year last year. I think they made the conference finals. Denny Avdia, Jordan Poole. The Wizards are still continuing to tank, and I don't know who they drafted with their draft pick. Yeah, I have no idea. Did they just not take anybody? Garrison. Did they not have a top 10 pick? Or maybe they just didn't. It slipped my mind. Okay. Yeah, but that's what happened around the league. That's the off season. The season opener is against the Nuggets, but I'm not going to play this game in front of you guys because Lord knows we played the Nuggets enough on camera, and if we play them in the playoffs, it's just going to be this. It's basically a Nuggets versus Lakers series that we're playing. So we're not going to play them. I think the first game we're going to play is against the Boston Celtics, which is going to be very interesting. It's the Lakers versus Celtics rivalry, and this team is very, very good. And then, maybe we'll play... I don't know. Who's a team we haven't played a ton? Maybe we'll play the Sixers, or we'll play... Timberwolves will be cool. What's their starting point guard? I don't know. Maybe we'll play the Suns. Something. So I'll think of something down the line. But I'm pretty sure the first game will be against this Boston Celtics squad. But yeah, that's the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully it wasn't too quick. I think it's, 11 minutes is fine. You guys will be fine. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.